Good morning, students. I'm Mini Nagpal, and today we are going to start with the third chapter, that is metals and non-metals. First, we come to metals. You must all be knowing many metals around you: iron, copper, gold, silver, sodium, potassium, calcium. All these are metals. There are some non-metals also that you should know, that is carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, hydrogen, oxygen. All these are non-metals. Now let's discuss the physical properties of metals and non-metals. First, we'll discuss physical properties of metals. Physical Amongst the physical properties of metals, we know that metals are solid and hard. Of course, there are exceptions. We have one metal which is liquid, and that is mercury. All metals are hard, but sodium and potassium are so soft that they can be cut with knife. Metals have metallic luster. They are very shiny if they are in the pure form, but in the corroded form, they might lose their shine. They are malleable, that means they can be beaten into sheets, and gold is the most malleable metal. Metals are ductile, that means they can be drawn into wires. And I would like to tell you that gold is most ductile metal, and from 1 gram of gold, we can draw a wire which is 2 kilometers long. Metals have high melting and boiling points, but we have exceptions, gallium and cesium. They have low melting point and they melt when placed on the palm of the hand. That means they need very less energy to melt. That means our body temperature is enough to melt these metals. The metals are good conductors of heat. Now, students, there is an activity in your book that is 3.5. You must go through it, and from that activity, the conclusion of that activity is that metals are good conductors of heat. Amongst the best conductors of heat, we have copper and silver, and lead and mercury are bad conductors of heat, and they are the exceptional cases. Metals are good conductors of electricity, and to prove this, we have an activity 3.6 in the book, which has a very simple circuit in which a metal can be placed to find out whether the bulb glows or not. If the bulb glows, that means it's a good conductor. So, metals are good conductors of heat and they are good conductors of electricity. And silver and copper are amongst the best conductors of electricity. And metals are sonorous. That means if they are beaten, they will produce sound. So, these are some of the properties of metals. Now, let's come to the physical properties of non-metals. Physical properties of non-metals. Non-metals, first of all, they may be solid, they may be liquid, or they may be gaseous. Now, there is one liquid non-metal that you must remember, and that is bromine. Non-metals are soft except diamond, which is very hard. Non-metals do not have luster. They are not malleable. They cannot be beaten into sheets. They cannot be drawn into wires. They are not ductile. They have low melting and boiling points. They are bad conductors of heat. They are bad conductors of electricity, except graphite, which is a good conductor of electricity. Non-metals are non-sonorous. Now, here I would like to tell you that graphite and diamond are the two allotropes of carbon. Now let's come to the term allotropes. Allotropes are different physical forms in which an element can exist. For example, carbon can exist in three allotropic forms: diamond, graphite, and Buckminster fullerene. So these are three forms in which a carbon element can exist. So these three forms are different physical forms. Their chemical properties are same, but their physical properties are different. For example, diamond is a very hard non-metal. That means it is the hardest natural substance. And graphite, being a non-metal, is still a good conductor of electricity. So this is what we mean by allotropes. And this phenomena of an element to exist in more than one physical form is called allotropy. Thank you, students.